Money FM 89.3, best of breakfast. Mind your business, only on Money FM 89.3.
Thanks for joining us on Mind Your Business with me, Audrey Seek, and Ryan Huang. Now, we all know how much our daily lives depend on energy. And behind the scenes, Singapore's energy landscape is going through a major shift. Under the Singapore Green Plan 2030, the country is working towards some ambitious goals. Think boosting solar power and importing low-carbon electricity to meet future demands.
That's right. One standout in this space is Geneco, a leading residential electricity retailer and a champion of sustainability, offering green electricity plans and initiatives that empower households to reduce their carbon footprint. And this year, Geneco marks its 7th anniversary, a milestone that reflects its growth and commitment to powering positive change.
So to tell us more about how Geneco is contributing to Singapore's energy future and what lies ahead, we're very pleased to welcome to the studio Lim Han Kwang, CEO of Geneco. Mr. Lim, good morning. Great to have you with us.
Good morning, Ryan and Audrey. Thanks for having me here on the air.
Great having you on, because we want to talk about what's playing out in the energy market. Bring us up to date. What's going on when you talk about the current dynamics of the industry? What's some of the key trends driving what's going on right now?
Sure. Actually, Singapore has set for itself a long-term net zero emission aspiration by 2050. And with 95% of our electricity produced using natural gas, the power sector currently contributes about 40% of the carbon emission in Singapore. And to support this nation's decarbonization aspiration, our Energy Market Authority has actually laid out what we call the 4 switches approach to reshape the way we produce electricity in Singapore. Actually, the 4 switches are the solar energy, regional power grid, low carbon alternative, as well as natural gas. So what do we mean by solar energy? With all year-round sunshine in Singapore, definitely solar energy is Singapore's most promising renewable energy in Singapore. And to date, actually, we have attained about 1,500 megawatt peak of solar by the end of 4Q 2024, which are almost halfway through our target of 2,000 megawatt peak by 2030. Well, Singapore has limited renewable energy sources. We hope to access the renewable energy around the region. So that's why we want to connect to the regional power grid. This will help to promote renewable energy in the region and also to realize our ASEAN power grid vision. So Singapore is also seeking to import 6 gigawatt of green power by 2035. Next on the line is low carbon alternatives, such as using hydrogen or even carbon capture. They can further help to reduce our carbon emission. Like for Power Seraya, Geneco's parent company, we have been awarded by the Energy Market Authority to build a 600 megawatt hydrogen-capable combined cycle power plant that's expected to be completed by December 2027. And as a small country with limited natural resources, actually there are constraints on how fast we can actually adopt renewable energy. So in the meantime, while we are transiting, it is important. Natural gas will remain very, very important as a key fuel for us while we scale up our renewable energy. So the power industry will continue to invest to make our machine more efficient and more reliable using our gas-fired machine. So for instance, our 600 megawatt machine actually is 10% more efficient than our current fleet. And we have actually committed to also do a technology upgrade of one of our existing units so that we can improve the efficiency. So it is an exciting and a challenging time for the energy sector as we embark on the journey to transit to a low-carbon future.
Okay, so it sounds like we have a plan in place and we're not alone. We're going to be working with our regional partners. But from your perspective at Geneco, are Singaporeans getting more eco-conscious when it comes to choosing electricity plans? Are you seeing a shift in how people think about renewable energy, or is price still top of mind?
Sure. I think when we touch on whether there's a change in terms of consumer willingness to adopt green product, maybe I will share with you some statistics in the market. So based on the Singapore Solar PV report by the Energy Market Authority in Q4 2024, we do see the number of solar installation at residential place increasing by 40% from 2,700 installation to almost 4,800. And also recently, I think you would have observed that the EV adoption in Singapore is also hitting a new high. By the first 3 months of 2025, 40% of our car registration is actually electric vehicle. Yeah, so this statistic to me is actually an affirmation that there's actually a growing interest of the general public to support the sustainability drive. And I truly believe that this trend will slowly but surely come to the electricity market. So recognizing this trend, I think that's why we have launched what we call the Power Eco add-on, where we allow our consumer to choose the amount of carbon credit or renewable energy certs that you can purchase to offset or to abate your equivalent amount of carbon dioxide for the power consumption. So we believe there will be more consumer who will want to look for such product, and we will step out of such offering to help our Singaporean live a greener lifestyle.
Yeah, I like that idea, right? So you have the traditional plans, and then you have the Power Eco add-ons where you can be as green as you want. It's like a scale you can move to decide how green you want that mix to be. To that point, right, it's been 7 years since you've been in the market. How much take-up has it been? Because it does cost more. Are people willing to pay more to be green?
Okay, I think when we started this in 2021, we were looking at the market only. It's either you have a 100% green plan or you have a no green plan. So we decided that we realized that consumer may not want to jump into the bandwagon to take 100% green because of what you have mentioned, cost consideration. So that's why we have designed our product to allow the consumer to actually go green their own way. Take your own free time. You can decide to start with 25 and gradually increase to 100% anytime during your contract. So with that, I think I would like to also share with you that the affordability of this product is actually quite within reach. You just have to spend almost just $1 a month, and you can actually do your part for the environment. In terms of the take-up, I'll say compared to before we have this option for people to go slow, we do see actually 10 times more people taking up the green product. But the number, I would say that yes, it's encouraging, but I believe that the number will continue to grow in the years to come.
Okay, so we know that sustainability is front and center for Geneco, and you guys just hit your 7-year mark, so congratulations on that. Looking back, what have been some of the key milestones or moments that you're most proud of in Geneco's journey so far?
Okay, Geneco actually started in 2018, and I think perhaps the most rewarding milestone for myself is that Geneco was being announced the number 1 residential electricity retailer by EMA in 2022. I think the open electricity market started, we saw almost 20 retailers competing aggressively. And I think within 1 year, we reached 100,000. And today, I think we are very proud that we are serving over 170,000 homes. And Geneco is still the leading retailer. At Geneco, our brand purpose is to power the change. So we like to do more and to change things for the better. So that's why in some of the milestones is that in 2021, we launched the Power Eco add-on. And today, I think with our customer support, we have abated close to 13 million kg of carbon dioxide, which is equivalent to 16,820 rain trees. And in 2023, as part of our group initiative, we have also committed to spend over 5 million to expand our solar PV system from 1 megawatt peak to 5 megawatt peak. And I'm proud to say that we have completed this project and will be able to contribute to the Singapore Green Plan to achieve 2 gigawatt of solar by 2030. And community engagement is also something integral to what we do. And we hope to encourage more Singaporeans to take a collective action with us in a sustainable journey. So that's where I think Geneco has been working very closely with NParks and to support the nation's sustainability goal. So for example, we pledged to plant 250 trees over 5 years. And actually, I'm proud to say we have exceeded the target and we have planted 450 trees.
Wow.
With our last 50 trees actually done just last week during the Earth Day. And we will continue to promote this change for our consumer through our product and services offering.
No, I just realized Geneco actually is 7 this year.
Yes.
So is Money FM. So we are just celebrating a 7-year milestone together. All right, so 7 years, and I'm just wondering, right, it has been 7 years and we've seen many competitors come and go. Industry has changed quite a bit. How has Geneco changed the way they approach the market in terms of reaching out to customers, retaining customers as well? How does it take on the market competition? Because at the end of the day, it's quite a commoditized product, right? It's quite invisible. Everyone sells the same thing. So how do you differentiate yourself?
I think most important for a retail brand like Singapore is that we have to stay very, very focused on in terms of our brand focus. So our brand purpose is actually to power the change. which we want to do positive impact, to do catalyst for meaningful. And there's 2 areas we focus on, which is actually about sustainability and as well as society. So when it comes to product services, I think we believe that no product no one product will fit all solution. So that's why firstly, we will continue to press on with innovation. So that's why we have came out with Power Eco add-on. And I think recently, we also came out as part of our celebration, this product called the Get It 7-7, where you empower our customer to actually, it's a 2-tier price plan, where you can you pay lesser price when you use electricity during the off-demand, I would say lower demand period, like 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. So second, I think we will need to continue to work with like-minded partners to amplify our efforts in keeping the conversation alive around sustainability. So organizations like NParks will be someone that we will continue to work with, such as supporting their 1 million tree movement, the Singapore Botanic Garden Seed Bank, Plant a Coral. And I think all these campaigns that we have done with NParks has also been very well received by our customer. And of course, thirdly, together as a group, because our parent company, YTL Power Supply, we will continue to walk the talk as an organization to support Singapore's sustainability. I think that's where we have actually increased our solar deployment from 1 megawatt peak to 5 megawatt peak, and also we have actually committed to spend 800 million to build a 600 megawatt hydrogen capable machine in Singapore. So we hope that moving forward, making sustainable choices will become second nature for all our Singaporeans.
Yeah, I'm wondering as well, right, with the backdrop of how things have been so uncertain and volatile, has it been tougher to fix your price plans to contract periods, for example? Are they getting shorter, able to hold them as long as before? What are the ways that things have changed?
Sure. Actually, in Singapore, for us, I think we look at the electricity price plan in Singapore. Actually, the most favorite duration that consumer is looking at is still 1 to 2 years.
Oh, okay.
So these are still the most popular residential plan. And because in Singapore, I think, as I mentioned earlier, 95% of our electricity is generated using natural gas. And all this natural gas has already been secured by the power generation company. So we do, despite some of the volatility that we are seeing from the market, but I think in YTL Power Supply together with Geneco, we do have a very strong risk management framework where we are able to always hedge and provide the fixed price that we are offering our consumer.
So, Mr. Lim, before you go, we know that you're very dedicated to sustainability. As a business leader, what more do you think needs to be done to be able to move the needle for more companies to embrace sustainability, especially within the energy sector?
I think the most important thing about energy transition is all about whether there's actually in the energy transition space, we always look at 3 areas, which is the environmental sustainability, the energy security, as well as energy affordability. So for me, I think the most important challenge today is we need a solution that's actually going to become economically viable before the business can evolve. Maybe just to share with you some of with Singapore, with EMA's blueprint to decarbonize the nation through the 4 switches, it actually offers a lot of growth opportunity for all the Gencos. With the electricity demand in Singapore continue to grow with the system demand, and the existing generation assets in Singapore all coming to due for replacement, actually the energy sector will be deploying a lot more resources into areas such as hydrogen capable machine, pursue power import project, as well as looking for low alternative carbon. And I think we also need to work very closely with our key partners, like our original equipment manufacturer of our gas turbine, who will be able to support, because we need them. We need technology advancement in order for us to fire our using hydrogen or using carbon capture. I think this technology at this point in time are still quite nascent, and therefore they are still not very economical to adopt. But we believe that with time, technology advancement, all these alternative solutions will become more viable for the business.
And an attitude change as well, I suppose, from the customers. So sustainability isn't just about going green, it's about powering change in a way that benefits all of us to help shape a greener energy future for Singapore. Mr. Lim, it was really great having you on the show. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. That was Lim Han Kwang, CEO of Geneco. Stay with us on The Breakfast Show on Money FM 89.3.
To listen to more great interviews, download our podcasts at audio.sg or download the audio app. That's AWEDIO, audio at the App Store and Google Play.